important edits we can do as young writers is adding lead-ins before our quotes. And you're going to see that in the orange examples. So for the Of Mice and Men assignment, I modeled how to do an effective quote in question 1. You didn't have to do a quote for this part. Let's take a look at how I set up my quote. In the orange, notice I have put my own sentence that tells the reader what to look for. The blue is highlighting the punctuation I'm using and some of the sentence structure. And then the yellow shows you how to format it MLA style. I'm now going to read my lead-in quote and formatting. Notice the importance emphasized by the imagery that reveals a key aspect of this setting in Chapter 1. So now I've told you what to look for, the imagery. Here's the quote. In front of the low horizontal limb of a giant sycamore, there is an ash pile made by many fires. The limb is worn smooth by men who have sat on it. Notice the period is moved to the end of the formatting information in the parents. This is the author's last name and the page number. So a lot of students need to add the orange. You need to do the correct punctuation. You can also call that purple. And then you also need to add in the yellow. Now, if you're not sure of the page number, it's okay to just put that. I don't need you spending a lot of time re-looking in your books for what page it was on. Make sure your punctuation's in the right spot. And be very exacting, because when we do our formatting correctly, it adds maturity to the look of our writing. And the adults take our writing seriously when it looks that way. So here's some more examples that you'll see in my guide. An example lead-in can be a phrase. This is like a tag lead-in. The simplest one is using the author's name, Wiesel says. But I want you to try something more elaborate than that. Notice this one. He shouted with his last breath. We are going to see a lot of examples where I do a complete sentence lead-in and the colon. And that's really the one I want you to try right now as you are revising your Chapter 1 text evidence. So check the yellow, add some orange, check your punctuation, and see me if you need help.